Media TV Midday News. I am Chinatu Oji. Let's begin with the headlines. Lagos startup CIRCLEFUNDS revives traditional ABUJA to power digital savings. Global stakeholders set together in ABUJA for INNTECH Summit 2025. UNICODE Africa enters $5 billion cloud market. Promises to keep data within the continent. Elon Musk launches AI-powered encyclopedia, GROKIPEDIA, to rival Wikipedia. Away from Africa, Trump signs rare earths deal in Asia to reduce U.S. independence or dependence on China. In health, experts urge federal government to integrate AI into mental health research and care. In business, AFREXIMBANK'S new president warns Africa against hidden cost of concessional loans. In sports, Super FALCONS CHIAMAKA NNADOZIE shortlisted for 2025 World Best Goalkeeper Award. Now the news in full. The Lagos-based financial technology startup CIRCLEFUNDS is redefining Nigeria's centuries-old communal savings culture known as ABUJA by taking it digital. The company, founded by young innovators, says its goal is to restore trust in group savings through transparency, reliability, and the use of secure technology. So far, more than 10,000 Nigerians have joined the platform to collectively save toward expenses such as rent, school fees, and small business investments. Built on the principles of traditional thrift systems, CIRCLEFUNDS allows users to contribute fixed amounts within verified groups while automating payout and record keeping. The platform aims to eliminate risk common in informal thrift cycles such as mispayment, fraud, and poor documentation while maintaining the sense of community that makes our job popular. Through identity verification, real-time transaction tracking, and regulated partnerships, the startup ensures every group operates securely and transparently. Nigeria's fintech sector expanding rapidly, CIRCLEFUNDS is positioning itself as a bridge between traditional savings practices and modern financial systems. The company is also exploring hybrid access options like USSD and SMS to include users without smartphones or stable internet. Although its focus remains on Nigeria, CIRCLEFUNDS plans to expand across Africa, adapting its model to similar group saving traditions in countries such as Kenya, South Africa, and Cote d'Ivoire. Moving ahead, top government officials, private sector leaders and development partners, academics, startups, and investors will converge in Abuja for the Innovation and Technology Summit known as INNTECH Summit 2025. The one-day event is scheduled for the 25th of November at the Shehu Musa Yar'Adua Center and will focus on the theme Artificial Intelligence, Digital Economy, and Sustainability. The summit aims to explore how emerging technologies, particularly artificial intelligence, can drive inclusive growth, economic diversification, and environmental sustainability across Africa. Organizers say the event will promote collaboration among key sectors while aligning innovation efforts with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals and Africa's broader digital transformation agenda. Featuring a lineup of leading voices from business and technology, the summit will host keynote sessions, panels, discussions, exhibitions, and networking opportunities designed to showcase groundbreaking innovations. Promoted by iCentre and its strategic partners, the event is positioned as a major platform to strengthen Africa's competitiveness in a global digital economy and accelerate the continent's technology-driven future. Meanwhile, UNICODE Africa, a newly established Pan-African cloud service provider, has officially entered the continent's fast-growing $5 billion cloud computing market. The announcement was made yesterday, signaling the company's commitment to keeping African data within Africa and reducing dependence on foreign data centers. For years, African businesses and governments have relied heavily on international providers such as Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud to store and manage critical information. This dependence has meant that sensitive data, including financial, government, and private records, are often hosted on servers located in Europe, North America, and Asia, raising concerns over privacy, compliance, and cost. UNICODE Africa says its goal is to strengthen Africa's digital independence by providing secure, reliable, and locally compliant infrastructure. With its headquarters in Lagos, the company aims to empower institutions to maintain full control over their digital assets while lowering operational expenses linked to foreign exchange and international hosting. Meanwhile, Elon Musk's company XAI has launched GROKIPEDIA, an AI-driven online encyclopedia aimed at competing with Wikipedia, which Musk has repeatedly criticized for alleged ideological bias. The platform, currently at version 0.1, featured over 885,000 articles at launch compared to Wikipedia's more than 7 million in English. MUSK has promised a version 1.0, claiming it will be 10 times better than the current site. The goal of Grok and GROKIPEDIA.com is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, Musk wrote on X, formerly Twitter, adding that the platform will continually strive for accuracy despite inevitable imperfections. Content on GROKIPEDIA generated by Grok, XAI's generative AI assistant. A sample article on Musk highlights his influence on technology, demographic debate, and institutional biases, while noting criticism from legacy media outlets which allege left-leaning tendencies. Wikipedia, by contrast, is a volunteer-driven encyclopedia launched in 2001, emphasizing a neutral point of view. Musk has previously accused it of being controlled by far-left activists and of exhibiting editorial bias. AFP has reached out to Wikipedia for comments on the launch of its new AI-powered competitor. Let's go on a short break now. The news continues when we return.
Enhancing cybersecurity. As cyber attacks grow more sophisticated, cybersecurity technologies are evolving to defend against them. AI-driven threat detection systems, zero-trust architectures, and advanced encryption methods are becoming the new norm. However, keeping up with rapidly evolving threats is a challenge, especially for industries that handle sensitive data like finance and healthcare. The cybersecurity market is expected to reach $248.26 billion by 2024. But the constant need for innovation and adaptation means businesses need to stay vigilant.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is still Idea TV Midday News. Now the rest of the stories. Away from Africa, U.S. President Donald Trump has signed a series of deals with Japan, Malaysia, Thailand, Vietnam, and Cambodia to secure the supply of rare earths crucial for advanced manufacturing, including electric vehicles and smartphones. The agreements aim to diversify sources away from China, which currently dominates global rare earths processing. The deals range from binding agreements to Memorandum of Understanding (MOUs) and include commitments to increase U.S. access, encourage local processing, and invest in production, with Japan's partnership featuring plans for stockpiling and a rapid response group to manage supply shocks. Trump's strategy follows a recent $8.5 billion deal with Australia to boost rare earths production and processing capacity outside China. Experts know that developing alternative supply chains is costly and time-consuming due to high capital costs, strict environmental regulations, and technical challenges. Despite the agreement, China still controls around 70% of rare earths processing, and competing globally will require years of investment and coordination. The deals, however, strengthen the U.S. position ahead of key talks with Chinese President Xi Jinping. And now in health, mental health experts have called on the federal government to prioritize artificial intelligence in mental health research and service delivery to bridge Nigeria's treatment gap. The call came at the 2025 International Yaba Research Conference at the Federal Neuropsychiatric Hospital, Lagos, themed Artificial Intelligence in Mental Health Research, carrying the developing world along. The experts urged stronger partnerships between universities, hospitals, and tech institutions, alongside grants for AI-driven research. They also stressed the need for a national framework to regulate the ethical use of AI, ensuring patient privacy and fair data use. Dr. Lugbenga Owoye, medical director of the hospital, highlighted that only 25% of Nigerians living with mental illness currently have access to treatment, citing the country's shortage of mental health facilities and professionals. He advocated for telehealth and AI tools to enhance early diagnosis, treatment, and patient monitoring. Professor Mashudat Bello Mujid, chairperson of the conference, said AI adoption is crucial for aligning Nigeria with global research standards. She noted that most mental health research in the country remains paper-based, limiting comparability with high-income countries. Dr. Sharif Alimi, head of IT service operations at MTN Payment Service Bank, emphasized that AI could improve diagnosis accuracy and data analysis, but ethical standards on data privacy must be upheld. He called for government support, collaboration, and infrastructure investment to make AI adoption sustainable. The conference brought together stakeholders from academia, medicine, and technology to promote innovation and digital transformation in Nigeria's mental health sector. In business, the newly sworn-in president of the African Export-Import Bank, Dr. George Lombi, has raised concerns over the growing dependence on African nations on concessional loans from multilateral lenders. Speaking during his investiture ceremony in Cairo, Lombi cautioned that while such loans appear affordable, their policy conditions often undermine national sovereignty and economic growth. He warned that these terms can restrict industrial investment, cause job losses, and deepen the continent's reliance on commodity exports. Dr. Lombi outlined a new vision for AFREXIMBANK that prioritizes Africa's economic transformation through value addition, regional industrialization, and greater control over natural resources. He announced plans to create a strategic minerals development program and a dedicated financing window to support full value chains from extraction to manufacturing. The bank, he said, will also champion investment in cross-border trade systems, shared infrastructure, and digital innovation, including the exploration of a pan-African digital currency to boost financial integration. The new AFREXIMBANK president pledged to expand the bank's balance sheet to $250 billion within the next decade and to mobilize African and diaspora wealth for large-scale projects. He reaffirmed AFREXIMBANK's role as a key driver of the continent's industrialization and trade expansion, building on the foundation laid by his predecessor, Professor Benedict Orama. The inauguration, presided over by Nigeria's Finance Minister Wale June, marked what officials describe as a new era in Africa's pursuit of financial sovereignty and economic independence. And now in sports, Super Falcons goalkeeper CHIAMAKA NNADOZIE has been named among 10 nominees for the 2025 International Federation of Football History and Statistics IFFHS Women's World Best Goalkeeper Award. Currently playing for Brighton and Hove Albion in the Women's Super League, NNADOZIE is the only African on the prestigious list. The 24-year-old faces stiff competition from top international goalkeepers including Germany's Anne-Catherine Berger, Spain's Catacol, England's Hannah Hampton, and Chile's Christian Endler. The IFFHS Awards, established in 1987, are determined through votes from journalists and football experts across more than 120 countries. The result will be announced in December. NNADOZIE has enjoyed an exceptional year, winning the Best Goalkeeper Award at the 2025 Women's Africa Cup of Nations and earning multiple nominations in the Women's Super League. She also finished fourth in the Women's Yachan Trophy, becoming the first African goalkeeper to achieve the feat. Should she win the IFFHS award, NNADOZIE would be the first African woman to receive this global accolade, further cementing her status as one of the world's top goalkeepers. That's all we have for you on Idea TV Midday News. But before we go, a quick recap of the headlines. Lagos startup CircleFunds revive traditional ABUJA to power digital savings. Global stakeholders set to gather in ABUJA for INNTECH Summit 2025. UNICODE Africa enters $5 billion cloud market, promises to keep data within the continent. Elon Musk launches AI-powered encyclopedia called GROKIPEDIA to rival Wikipedia away from Africa. Trump signs rare earths deal in Asia to reduce U.S. dependence on China. And in health, experts urge federal government to integrate AI into mental health research and care. In business, AFREXIMBANK's new president warns Africa against hidden costs of concessional loans in sports. Super Falcons CHIAMAKA NNADOZIE shortlisted for 2025 World Best Goalkeeper. Do not forget to follow us across our social media platforms at Idea TV. I am Chinatu Oji. Thank you for watching.